Wonderful!
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time again, and finally, my God, finally, as I take a big sigh, well, that was a good one, the journey that we have all embarked on together, these past 12 months of 2017 is finally over. We have finally drawn a close and put a full stop on the end of 2017 as we are about to embark on a brand new journey throughout 2018. This is the Good Bit Podcast, and it is the best bits of the good bit from 2017. Hello again, everybody. My name is Chris Moffat. I am your host, the face that runs the place, and as the host of the Good Bit Podcast, I, quite frankly, sit through a lot of rabble. I sit through a lot of nonsense, and yes, indeed, I sit through a lot of garbage. But also, I get to sit through a lot of heated debates, a lot of fun discussions, and a lot of, passionate conversations about not only movies, but wrestling, and music, and television, and Netflix, and the world that we are all living in 2017, here on the Good Bit Podcast. And, I've had an amazing year. 2017 has been a brilliant year for me. I have checked numerous things off my bucket list. I have visited New York City. I have visited Madison Square Garden. I've been to Tenerife for the Hard Rock Hotel. However, my favourite part of that whole thing, it hasn't been, seeing all the great movies and finding all the new musical artists or anything. My favourite thing about 2017 is the developments and the growth and the fun I've had with the podcast, the Good Bit Podcast. And I can't thank not only all of you guys that have listened and downloaded an episode in 2017, but I can't thank the boys and girls who come on the show with me every single time, every single episode where I have a panel of people who came and discussed and been passionate and had conversations with me about movies and wrestling and television and music. It's been one hell of a year, and definitely the best year of the Good Bits long 2-year history. And this episode right here, the Good Bits, Best Bits of 2017, is literally me as the host, as the face that runs the place, picking my favourite moments that I've encountered as the host of the Good Bit 2017, as we look back at and we have a listen back to my favourite parts of all the episodes that we've had in 2017. And that reminds me of a time actually when we had actor, teacher and director Ian Grieve on the show, and he had a question for Lucy, or as we like to call it here on the Good Bit, Neville Longboobs.
Wonderful!
Yeah. It's almost like, when you get towards the end of a series, you've just got to, not go out.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
But with Orange is the New Black, I started watching the new season and I wasn't interested.
Yeah.
What? I want to ask Lucy a question.
Go on,
right? If you had to own up, what's the shitest thing you've watched but really loved watching because it was shite?
There's a series on Amazon Prime called Lucifer.
Okay. Yes.
And
that does look shite. Yeah.
It's utter shite.
Yeah.
But I love it so
Is
much.
that not the guy from Miranda?
It's Tom Ellis.
Yeah.
Right.
But he is brilliant. He's just all camp and kind of flamboyant and stuff. But I love it, and I love the whole relationship thing and. I don't know, but it's utter pish.
Oh yeah. Sometimes you need it though.
Yeah, I was sitting watching it with Mom and I was like, I shouldn't like this, but I'm loving it. She's like, I can't watch it anymore. It's so bad. She stopped watching it with me.
Yeah. Sometimes it's so bad you just want to scream at it.
Yeah.
I'm watching a thing called Bitten.
That
on Netflix, and it is appallingly bad. The script is moronic, and it repeats itself. Right? Oh. If I see you again, I'm going to make you wish you weren't alive. It's kind of okay, that I don't know if that makes sense or not. I don't know, whatever. Yeah. It's just,
There's another series as well that I watched. I was doing panto at the time. Mum was like, "Oh, stick this on because you're doing Beauty and the Beast." So it was a series called Beauty and the Beast.
All right, okay.
It was so bad. Basically, the Beast it was some chemical accident or whatever, and his face is all mangled. And he goes, beastly, but it's so, the writing is terrible. It's oh, it's your fault, no, it's my fault, but it's just backwards and forwards for about 3 seasons. Pish. Oh. But I love it so much.
I don't think I have one, because I like lots of shows that I watched in my childhood
Yeah.
and thought they were amazing.
Yeah.
And then you go back to them and you're like, really? But it's all like Nickelodeon and Disney stuff.
Captain
like
Scarlet.
Well, no, I didn't know. That's not one of them.
Okay.
But when I was on holiday recently in Tenerife, there was only 2 English-speaking TV channels.
Okay.
The whole thing.
Right.
So it was like Comedy Central and Nickelodeon.
Oh, jeez.
And if nothing was in Comedy Central, you're getting Nickelodeon. But sometimes it wasn't English, sometimes it was a different language. But at night time, they'd do reruns of Zoe 101. Right?
Oh, God, right.
Jamie
Yeah.
Lynn Spears, and at the time was genuinely one of my favourite shows back in 2004, 2005.
Not fancy her.
Childhood crush, Jamie Lynn Spears,
Okay.
and Ashley Tisdale, in my 2
Yeah.
children
No idea
crushes.
who you're talking about.
And then so I went back to, I was like, oh my god, they're playing Zoe 101 in Tenerife, and my sister was there. I was like, let's watch it. I'm going to show you Zoe 101, and it's just not the same. It's a bit pish.
Never
but
watched it.
there's
I'm
still
on
a
the same
connection
boat
there.
as you, Ian. My parents never had like Sky. So
Well,
I
you came
didn't
from
get
an
any
Amish-
Disney
an Amish
Channel.
land,
I
didn't
just
you?
watched like
Rich
I never
people's
watched
telly.
Nickelodeon in it, and it was just Disney
Amish.
Channel and like Cartoon Network
Yeah.
and Fox
Never.
before it changed.
I had BBC One, BBC Two, ITV, Channel 4, Channel 5.
Well, did you grow up in the 80s?
No, I grew up in an Amish household.
Right, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Wonderful!
Okay, before we go, Shag, Marry, Kill, Zac Efron, Johnny Depp, Tom Hanks.
Shag.
Kill Tom Hanks.
Oh, whoa! I was going to marry him.
Whoa.
Come on.
Marry
Kill
him.
Tom Hanks.
Shag Zac Efron.
One at a time,
kill
one at a time,
Johnny
one at a
Depp.
time. Good, go. Go,
And
go, go.
kill Johnny Depp.
Yep.
Shag. I keep myself and oh my god.
Zac Efron.
Shag Zac Efron and marry Tom Hanks.
Go, Michelle.
Michelle wants to kill me now.
Kill Tom Hanks and Leanne McMaster. Shag Zac Efron, marry Johnny Depp.
Go, Ross.
I'm going to go the same as Leanne. Not that I'm gay and would ever be in a situation where it would have to
How
be.
do you not marry
Why
Tom
would
Hanks?
you kill Johnny Depp?
Because I want to marry Tom Hanks and see Zac Efron's penis.
No.
I want to sing to me, but he makes love to me.
This could be. I finally found.
Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Anyway,
Wonderful!
you have been to some sort of music festival by the name of Transmit without the vowels. Apparently, it's a music festival that young people go to, and you two were there over the weekend.
Why weren't you there?
I don't know, man. It's just I'm low in funds just now. I think that's why.
That's
and
alright.
plus, the only act I'd wanted to there was Catfish, but the only act I really wanted to see, of course, was the 1975.
Same for me, and I went and it was great.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Well, it was pissing it down.
Yeah,
Can I say that?
yeah.
You bleep out swears these days.
Nope. Explicit City.
Oh right, okay. Well, it was pissing it down.
Yeah.
I
I wouldn't bleep pishing anyway. I don't think pishing's not really a swear, is it?
don't know.
It's just
Depends what way you
Depends
use it.
which way you swing.
don't talk pish is more aggressive than it was pishing down, I think.
Yeah, because pissing is like it was precipitating very hard.
Yeah, of course. And also, if you come home pished, it's just another word for
just
drunk. Yeah. So.
But
pishing-
twat is not a swear word up here, but it is down south.
I see.
If you say twat, something.
Is it
Excuse
bad
me?
down in London?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, it was
Sorry.
peeing it down.
It's twatting it
was
down.
twatting it down. I was going to say that.
But it was great. I had a good time. You had a good time.
I had a good time. That's
We-
kind of why I'm suffering a little bit, I think.
It was yesterday.
Yeah.
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 We went from 10 in the morning until
2.
2 in the morning.
Ouch. So what acts did you see?
Well, The View.
The View,
Me and Ewan went to see Blossoms on our own.
Blossom.
That
Nice.
was a great gig.
Never heard a single song from them.
You would like them.
Do you think?
You would absolutely like them.
Biddy, 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 biddy.
Sorry.
I was almost getting it there. I was almost Sing a lyric.
Hello.
Learn my harm.
I know. It's
My Charlemagne.
I don't know.
I think.
By the way,
My Charlemagne.
Bam. Bam.
I think if I heard them, maybe.
Can I play it? No, it's copyright.
I'll do it after. Okay, the Blossoms. You saw Blossoms.
He's off for us.
Okay.
Spew.
You
You okay?
Yeah.
I don't think he's very well.
He's off to.
He's. Let's just explain what just happened there. You stood up from his chair here at the studio and just
studio?
did a motion that he was going to be sick. He went, and now he's no longer here.
Oh no.
I hope he's okay.
Wonderful!
Absolutely glorious day today. We took a little walk around town. We had a wee ice drink.
Yeah.
We headed home.
A wee Costa.
We had a wee Costa, and we watched the restaurant in the sky
Oh yeah.
go up to the sky.
And if you want to have a meal there, you can't because it's gone now.
Yeah, it's gone now.
But if you did, it would have been £125
For lunch.
for lunch.
And it was, what, £80?
160. No wait, £80 for cocktails.
Yeah, and it was only about 50 for breakfast.
Yeah.
What type of breakfast is that going to be?
Like that's just
Some toast?
Yeah, not worth it at
Yeah.
all. Too much money.
So basically, if you have no idea what we're talking about, it was basically this thing. It was like a little sort of mini mobile restaurant, and it was like kind of like
It's
a
called
sushi bar.
it's called Sky Events.
Yeah.
So if you want to Google it,
Yeah.
that probably.
And you go in, you
is
sit
here.
down, you strap yourself into a chair, and you get your meal, and the waiters are all like attached by a harness, and then some man wearing an a luminous vest and a crane like raises you up into the sky. You're like 100 feet in the air. And I mean, it's great for today since it's such a nice day, but good
And
God.
it's been there for 6 days and it's been raining.
I think it's longer than 6 days because I've seen it like the past few weeks, I think.
Right, well, it's been raining, so
Yeah,
I
it
wouldn't
has
want to
been
pay
raining.
that much money for that.
Obviously, there's a cover over it, but still,
Yeah, but
that'd be weird.
not exactly the best kind of meal.
And as you said, if you had to pee,
Yeah,
you
we're
would-
talking about if you had to pee.
you would provide the rain.
Yeah, like I'd get. Oh, crap.
No, I know, but if you had to pee, then you'd have to like turn around and just aim for someone. down
Like
below.
I know I get excited with stuff like that.
You do
so
get
I'd be
excited
halfway
like
up
that.
the air and I'd be like, shit, I need to pee. I need to go.
Oh shit, I need to pee. Can someone stop this, please? Can we load?
I know. You'd be halfway up, have to come back down again. I need to run off, go do a
But
pee.
surely someone who, I mean, I'm losing faith in the world just now. So someone who doesn't like heights would probably still do it.
Yeah,
Get up there
probably.
and freak out and just be like, no, I have to get off, or they could faint or something like that.
Yeah, you don't know what's going to happen up
Yeah.
there.
So maybe it's a travelling thing. Maybe you'll get it in your city soon. We should have had it in Glasgow.
it's not very practical. But
No, it's
you know
not at
what?
all.
If you have the money to waste, go
Yeah.
ahead.
I think you
But-
should give it a go. I would do
Yeah.
it. Maybe not for that money.
If someone did it, like gave me a free ticket, then I'd go on it.
Totally. I like heights.
Yeah. I don't actually. Why do
no.
you say yeah? Yeah, I love
Yeah,
it.
I mean, it's an experience, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, what about roller coasters?
I do actually like
Yeah.
roller coasters, but like recently there's been a lot of accidents,
Well, that's the
so
thing,
it's
see,
kind
I-
of putting me off them.
I think I could handle roller coasters, and when I go to these big theme parks and stuff, I will do it because I'm there. Like when I was in Portaventura a few years ago,
Oh yeah.
there's these huge roller coasters, and it's like you just look at them and you're like, yep, that's death right there. But you hear these things going wrong in like Blackpool and Alton Towers and stuff. You
Yeah.
don't really hear it in like foreign countries.
I know, but you should.
You
Because,
should, yeah.
like, I feel like the safety
Maybe they do. Maybe
there
they.
is just not
yeah.
as good as here. So.
Okay, fair enough. But then I'm saying like if you live there, then maybe it's like a local radio thing or a local news
Oh
thing.
well, yeah, yeah.
Because maybe I don't think in Spain they know about an Alton Towers roller coaster crash. You know.
Yeah, that's true. Because you don't really hear
Yeah.
what's going on in the rest of the world.
All we know is that everything's fine in Universal Studios all the time, and I'm sure there's
Yeah.
horrible things that go on.
Exactly.
Anyway, there you go.
All censored.
There's your introduction about
Yeah.
roller coasters.
Wonderful!
But yeah, I was thinking that, and it reminded me of a story that I wanted to tell you. I don't know if it's funny or not, or if it's offensive, but I'm just going to tell you anyway. I was at McDonald's the other night, and as students, we have a student deal at McDonald's.
Yes.
We can get a free McFlurry, a free cheeseburger, or a free something else. What is it? Mayo thing? Mayo chicken. With a student card or a Unidays app ID thing. So I was thinking, I'm just going to get a McFlurry, I don't care. So I said to the woman, can I use my Unidays for a McFlurry? She goes, yeah, what kind? And I said, a crunchy one. And she typed it into the computer and she said, I'm not going to lie to you, I didn't hear what you said. So I was like, okay, crunchy. My first issue there is, why would she lie to me in the first place? I'm not going to lie to you, I would hope you wouldn't anyway, you're serving me food. And then two, my dad tried to make a joke and he was like, oh, it's okay, I don't listen to him either. And she goes, no, I'm actually deaf.
Oh.
And then I was dead. Like this right now. Like my dad was like, oh. And then like there was silence now because she has to put it through. Like because she has to redo the order because I've asked for something else. So like another 2 minutes. Radio's off. Wait. Okay, thank you. And my dad drove away and he was like, sorry about that.
Wait,
Why
was
is that
she
deaf
was she
person
on
taking
the,
orders?
Yeah, why is she on the...
This is the issue I want to raise. What is wrong with McDonald's? They've put
Like, she should be taking the food out.
deaf people doing the drive-through.
Where the significant thing is you're only hearing the
You
order.
can't even see their mouth, like, you can't
I
let
know.
them do anything.
I don't know. Maybe she's not fully deaf, but it's just the way that she was like, no, I'm actually deaf. My dad was like,
That's how
Maybe though...
Well,
it's
she
like,
wouldn't have heard him say
No,
that.
maybe it's like Gregor Duncan deaf, like...
you need to be looking at her, sort of thing.
No, but like, I
You
swear...
probably listened as well.
No, but like, Gregor's
Straight to Gregor.
definitely not like
full deaf.
Yeah, no, I get
that woman you would know.
80% deaf in one ear.
Yeah, exactly. So he's not full deaf.
I felt like saying
Full deaf
so.
in one ear.
Because I've heard them say it.
When she said that, and she goes,
He's not fooling anyone.
and when she said, "Oh, I'm actually deaf," I just wanted to go, "What?" I stopped myself. I was like, that would have ruined
And
it.
if you're fully deaf, you've got that voice.
Like, no. Okay, let's move on. That's just a wee quick.
Deaf people aren't going to be listening.
I can
Very
say
good
it, my
point.
granny was deaf and had the voice.
Someone's just doing that for the podcast. Do another thing. Right, so that's enough of an icebreaker.
Facebook Live video is just someone signing.
It's me making it up. Okay, so let's move on.
Wonderful!
Wow, I hope those people don't get to hear what I'm about to say now. So those were just some random clips that I really enjoyed on the Good Bit for 2017. And I'll tell you, the best part about the whole Good Bit thing is that I get to sit down with my friends and my fellow young actors and my fellow movie lovers. And I get to really talk about the films that have came out that I really love the most in life. And sometimes even the films I disliked. And another good thing, I suppose, is that, you know, the films that we talk about don't necessarily have to be recently released films. You know, we talked about Wonder Woman for a full episode that came out in 2017, but we also talked about the entire High School Musical trilogy that came out, you know, over 10 years ago. You know, it's just different occasions. We also did a full Harry Potter 2-part special that went down really well that we talked about, you know, for a good length of time. And also, we even sometimes talk about our favourite films that were released just 1 year earlier.
Where the hell did you take your shoes off?
My number 10 top 10 movie of 2016 is Civil War.
Ugh, fuck off. Marvel.
Captain America Civil War. I'm thinking back when I was making this list of how I felt around the time. I've not went back and watched that. A lot of these I did go back and watch just to rank and stuff. And right when the movie finished, I'm not a huge fan of the Marvel stuff, but right as soon as it finished, I felt so uplifted. I was like, that was a fucking brilliant movie. Then we did the podcast, episode 4, and I just remember enjoying the podcast so much because Aaron wasn't a fan, where the guest we had on the show, Mason, really was a fan.
I shot him down.
And you guys were sort of bickering stuff, and Ewan and I rated it, 9 out of 10 and stuff. So I was like, I must have really loved that one. And I thought it might stir up some shit on this episode. So number 10 for me is Civil War, because it was a great movie.
I can't really remember it, to be honest.
Exactly. Pish.
I can remember like Ant-Man.
I remember laughing
That's
a lot, and I remember being really impressed
And the
with
wee
Spider-Man.
Panther, I say wee Panther, he's a big bulky
Yeah.
black man. That wee guy.
Yeah.
I liked him. He's getting his own movie now, isn't he?
I remember
This
being
year, I think.
Yeah, Black Panther. I'm sure. And Wonder Woman's coming out, but that's DC.
Oh yeah.
And Justice League.
Oh
Is
yeah,
that this year or is that the following
Justice
year?
League. No, that's this year.
It's going to be a big 2017. It's going to be a big year
Oh,
for
aye.
movies, which is good.
Split. Trainspotting 2.
Where the hell did you take your shoes off?
Once that Joker, you'll be back. Something tells me you probably wouldn't be. Some reviews here from me. I love the new DC logo.
Oh my gosh, I bloody loved it. I do you know that way when I was sitting watching it, it just was I was like shaking. I think it's because I think when you see Marvels, like I get goosebumps when I watch a Marvel film.
It's like the page
and it's,
flips.
yeah, and it's like the comic book. And I just thought, oh, good on you, DC. I think DC are bringing it into their own. And I'm just like,
Well, they're learning from what's the best just now.
Yeah,
you know?
I think they're learning from the mistakes as well.
Yeah.
Who directed Wonder Woman?
It's a female.
I know.
Patty Jenkins.
Yes.
Is her name?
What other movies has she done?
Let's have a look, shall we? We should have
But
prepared this before.
I think what I like about that as well, that the screenwriters and stuff, were they not like all male?
No, it's like in the movie.
Which I think is
really
really.
cool thing.
I really like the fact though that it was a mixture of male and female.
Yeah.
And the process, because it just shows that, male and females working together.
It's
can
a
create
very good
something
movie for women.
Sensational.
But at the same time, it's not like Ghostbusters, where they.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think this, like from the get go. I mean, when you watch the opening and you see all those strong women, and I just think, my gosh, it was so empowering to watch. And you know what? Another thing, you see these women all fighting and becoming actual warriors, and I just thought, my gosh, that's just absolute bliss to watch.
There's so much about like people saying that it's bad for feminism though.
I don't. I disagree because
I think that's daft.
Like women can kick ass. Like, come on.
It was more to do with what she was wearing, I think. Things like that.
But do you know what? I love what she was wearing because it just says like a woman can still be sexy and wear whatever she wants and still kick ass. That's what it says to me. I think there's so much focus on she wasn't wearing much clothing. I'm like, But does she want to? Like, does she need to? Like,
I have that in my notes.
In her way though, she doesn't think of that as a thing. She doesn't wear it thinking, "Oh, look, I look really sexy."
Yeah.
She's wearing it because this is my armour, and I'm gonna go and get rid of folk.
and
Who are,
the
you know what I mean?
And in the context of the movie and the storytelling, they don't care. Like, she doesn't care what she's.
No,
and it's
not
not.
at all.
It's
as
not
if-
focused on that. I wrote in my
Exactly,
notes like
it's
she's still fucking stunning and beautiful and sexy, but it's not
It's
sexualized.
Not,
you know?
It's not. I mean, although that's actually really right. But there's they still go on about how beautiful she is. But I'm like, well, that's just a compliment, really, because you're not going to see someone like that and not comment on how stunning they are.
Other films that Patty Jenkins has directed.
Yeah.
She's directed the TV series The Killing.
Oh, The Killing, yeah.
Betrayal
cool.
and Five and Entourage and Arrested Development.
Did she direct Entourage?
Arrested Development.
Yep, she did one episode.
Oh,
That's cool.
And she directed the film Monster, which I've never seen.
Why the hell did you take your shoes off?
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, Joel,
Daniel Radcliffe said that Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets is his favourite book.
You're big up.
Big up. Big up. Yeah, man. During post-production, producer David Heyman went to visit Richard Harris in the hospital. Though he was very weak from his illness, Harris insisted that the role of Dumbledore not be recast. Sadly, Harris passed away shortly before production was to begin on the next film, necessitating a recast. Let the waterworks begin.
Honestly.
Yeah, that's really sad.
He's just...
And he didn't even want that part, but his granddaughter made him.
His granddaughter was like,
I'm not going to talk to you
if you don't do it. And, he's
And who was the actor that took the part?
Michael
Gambon.
Michael Gambon.
Ugh.
No,
he
he did
but
well,
like-
but he wasn't as good.
Do you want to know though? He's what made me hate Dumbledore. Dumbledore is my favourite character as Richard Harris.
Yeah.
Dumbledore as
Jeez.
Michael Gambon. No.
Maybe that's it.
There was something.
You're not Richard.
Something cocky about him.
Yeah, there was something about him in each film. I was like, I don't know what it is.
It's okay,
You're
we'll
not
keep
Richard.
I don't know what it was about him, but he just
Yeah.
there was something irritating.
There was something
and
just like
It just wasn't him.
confrontational.
cocky about him, and
Yeah.
like Dumbledore's not supposed to love himself, but
It's like
Michael Gambon does.
confrontational as well. He was too aggressive in some points, as we will discuss in the fourth film.
Oh yes, the dreaded line.
The line that
everybody
there.
talks
We'll
about.
get
We'll
there.
get there.
we'll get there.
In the UK, Chamber of Secrets became the first movie to achieve 1 million DVD sales in its first weekend.
Oh, I helped them.
At least half, honestly.
I was at least half of them. Actually, do you know what? I've got Harry Potter Philosopher's Stone on video.
I think so do I.
I've got the
Nice.
I've got it when it first came out on DVD there, when it's
I
like the
respect
cardboard,
you.
Yeah,
the
I've got
cardboard box and all that. But
Yeah.
I've got it on video. I think I might have. We definitely had Chamber of Secrets, but whether we still do.
I think I had it on video as well, but I don't think we've got them both on video anymore.
And one of my favourite fun facts of the whole series, Daniel Radcliffe was required to shave his leg for the scene where Harry reveals he's missing a sock. He's not like, oh my god, shave your leg! So,
Why though? Is it because boys?
It's because he's supposed to be like 12, but he's got like the leg of Ewan.
Does he?
I don't know.
So yeah, he was told to shave his leg apparently. So there you go,
That's
that's
hilarious.
Chamber of Secrets.
That's what Ewan's going to have to do for every acting job he ever gets.
Also-
Shave your leg, and your back, and your crack.
Why the hell did you take your shoes off?
Goodness gracious.
Number 6, Aaron.
Love that movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
10 Cloverfield Lane.
Ooh, it's so high up.
Well, because that cinema experience was I literally had to remind myself. It's a film, don't be so stressed. Because I was like literally holding my
Ripping your hair
face.
out.
Yeah, you're next to me as well.
So tense, I felt like I was in it. I literally felt like I was in it.
You were going, no,
And I had to keep going, it's a film. It's a
Yeah,
film. You know that
so
way
funny.
you do it when it's like a horror film.
Yeah.
But, you know, it wasn't jumpy scary. It was just so, I was so invested. I was like,
Yeah.
just, and then,
What are you like?
I was so invested. And then, yeah, and it was with Brody and he was falling asleep. And he got his toes out and he's just like...
Did he do it?
Brody in the cinema with his toes out.
Would not surprise me.
No, he kept falling asleep and then
Yeah.
he woke up and then I woke him up before a jump scare bit.
Brody.
You missed all the film.
He missed most of the film apart from the
Jump scare.
bit of the window.
Remember when we
yeah,
went
but
to see Force
that's-
Awakens?
You were pissed.
We all felt it.
I did
I
piss
know.
myself.
Yeah.
Because it was like the third time most of us had
I was the fourth time.
Was it
Oh, when we
third?
all went to see Force
Yeah.
Oh, and
Awakens,
he
and
fell
all
asleep.
of us fell
And
asleep.
we went out and that's the night I went.
Yes.
Is it?
That's the night I
Yeah.
went into
We went
Because we all went to yours.
We went to
Yeah,
Bamboo. And they kept trying to. So like they
Oh,
were.
God.
I was with them, and they were like. I was like, right, I'll go away so you can dance with these girls, and they were like, "Ooh, yeah!" So then they're dancing, and
Brody's
then
in the corner.
me and Brody are standing at the bar watching you, and you keep dancing, and then you keep like turning to each other, like you're with these girls, you're talking to them, and then you turn to talk to each other, like, "Oh, we're doing so well here," and you did it so often that the girls just left because you were talking to each other instead of them.
To be fair, I don't remember.
And then Aaron had to save me because a creepy guy kept coming and trying to dance with me. I was like, no.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you kept grabbing me to dance, so I would dance with you, and I was like, Leanne, what
You're
are
like,
you doing?
Leanne, I'm trying. And I was like,
Fuck off,
just get away
Us
from
four just had a great
I'm
time.
grafting, Leanne.
And I was like, yes, he's grafting too.
Bruce Stanley's drink.
Where the hell did you take your shoes off?
Here's a very weird fun fact, but Matthew Underwood from Zoe 101 was offered the role as Troy Bolton, but because of his contract with Nickelodeon, he was forced to decline the role. Can you imagine if Logan from Zoe 101 Can you imagine if Logan from Zoe 101 was Troy?
I couldn't, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I couldn't.
I liked him, but he's no Troy. He's Logan.
Yeah, but
He's Logan, yeah.
I keep thinking of Logan like Wolverine Logan.
Yeah,
Hugh Jackman played Troy from High School Musical. Yeah, but I mean, I liked Logan. I liked Zoe 101. Zoe 101 was one of my favourite programmes of all time. And,
so good. Are you ready?
Are you ready? You'll do look good today, Jamie Lynn. And yeah, I guess he was sort of the baddie from Zoe 101. I don't know if he could play such a sweet, charming guy like Troy.
Oh, no. Troy Bolton.
I remember you told me that, and I looked him up, and I was like, no.
He's no Troy.
He's not a Troy. I'm more of a Troy than him, and I myself am a Ryan, so...
There you go. Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens were dating both on and off screen. That's not fair. They're not really dating on screen. Are they? Not on this one.
They star.
No one asks the question.
I don't think they
need to ask
don't
the
need
question,
to. They just know.
They just start dating.
Yeah.
Not into the second one. I'm sorry. They have picnics together in the second one. Fair enough.
No, but in the first one they sing.
They sing the song together, yeah.
They sing multiple songs together.
I've sang so many songs with you.
Yeah, but we're not intimate in that way. They're defos banging like off screen, and I don't mean like, I mean Troy and Gabrielle are
No, but they don't even
going at
They
it.
don't even kiss until the second film.
Yeah,
I know, but
infuriate me. They
that's when we see them kissing.
That's true.
But they're defos banging on top of that moon and that hangs off the stage. Defo, they're in high school. Come on.
The locker room of the Wildcat changing rooms in there. The basketball court in there.
These are corrupting a beautiful childhood story.
They're in high school. We'd be silly to think that they hadn't pumped yet.
Would we be silly?
We'd be silly to think otherwise.
Where the hell did you take your shoes off?
And we're going to talk about our top 5... Fucks. Got me confused.
Pull yourself together, man.
Damn it. Right. We're going to do our top 3 favourite Harry Potter films. Is that right?
Yeah, well
Nailed.
done. Nailed it. First
did it.
time.
We're going to go around everybody and we're going to do...
I think we should start with Christopher.
The one that's not prepared the list. Okay, yeah. My top 3 favourite Harry Potter films. Number 3, Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Yeah, okay. That's good.
My number 2, Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah.
My favourite Harry Potter film, Prisoner of Azkaban.
That's a
Honestly,
that's
because-
a lot of people's favourites.
Is that okay?
Can I just say something? That's my list.
Boom. Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
I'm
Shut up,
sorry,
really?
that's my list.
That's so funny.
In exactly
just made
that
that up
order.
then.
I'd say
No,
that's,
wait.
I'd say that's quite a
Maybe-
common favourite.
Maybe I would switch. I would do 3, the Philosopher's Stone, 2, Prisoner of Azkaban, and 1 Part 2.
Really?
Yeah, I think my dad likes Part 2
that's
favourite.
interesting.
Leanne,
Mine.
you can do top 5 if you want.
No, that's
If you
fine. I'll do
preferred
3. My number 3 is Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah.
My number.
Controversial.
Yeah, I know. The thing is though, I feel like my list is controversial because I think because a lot of people's favourites are like Prisoner of Azkaban. Prisoner of Azkaban.
Prisoner of Azkaban. Harry Potter.
I am Sirius Black, the Prisoner of Azkaban. I feel like a lot of
Take
people's
away to
favourites.
Azkaban prison.
I feel like everyone, I'd say a majority of people's favourite is like Prisoner of Azkaban, but that's not in my top 3.
So I'd say
Oh.
Half-Blood Prince annoyed me because it left out so
Do you know
much
what?
stuff.
I
in the
think
book.
Half-Blood Prince, like, did I say earlier, like, that was the first one I read on my own?
Yeah, you did.
Book-wise. So then when the film came, I was like, oh my god, this is like the one.
Okay.
So I was just really excited for it, and I really liked the just the whole premise of I thought it was a really funny one.
Yeah, it was.
See,
the pizzas.
It's when they go to the cupboard to pick up the potion books, and obviously like the Half-Blood Prince one's there, and it's like they both like look at each other and then they like pounce. Like I always thought
and
that
it's
was
got
hilarious.
the whole lavender thing.
Yeah, lavender who's now white.
Yeah,
Lavender Brown is
whitewashing.
Lavender. Oh God, Lavender Brown who was
black in the first.
Black for the first all films, and then suddenly she's white in that one. But anyway, number three, Half-Blood Prince. Number 2, Chamber of Secrets. Ooh. Again, because the book and all that, and I think Gilderoy Lockhart, I cannot stand him, but it's just brilliant.
Yeah. It is brilliant.
And then number 1, Philosopher's Stone.
Nice.
Because that is the one that introduced you to the magic, and it's the one I've definitely watched more than anything.
Totally understandable.
Because I think I've watched that about 1,000 billion times.
Cool. Eve.
Did you not prepare a list?
Well, I had a top 5.
Well, no,
just do your 3 then.
Cut off your 5 and 4.
No, but then
you
it
can't
changes
do that.
it.
Yeah.
It changes it.
Do it. Just do top 5.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Top
Just
5.
ruin it for everyone.
Deathly Hallows Part 2, and then
is your number 5?
It's my 5.
5.
It's my number 5.
Honestly.
Philosopher's Stone.
Yep.
Half-Blood Prince.
Yep.
Chamber of Secrets.
Ooh.
And then Prisoner of Azkaban.
See, Prisoner of Azkaban. It's all your faves. Prisoner of Azkaban is Azkaban.
That's a good segue into our next section. We have Prisoner of
before we do.
No, it's not.
Azkaban.
Oh yeah, it is.
Why the hell did you take your shoes off?
I thought she was very funny when she was trying on the new clothes.
Yeah.
And she was saying, "This is my new armor." So she's like trying on like to be in disguise. So she's got he's got her wearing dresses and stuff, and she thinks he means this is now your new armor to fight in. So she's wearing these big dresses, and she's like, I don't know if it's good enough for this. She's trying to fight.
That's what I like as well, because it also like made you realise again what she was wearing before. She's wearing it because it's easy to fight in, and that's her job. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what she's there for. And also, by the way, like how banging is that outfit? See at Halloween, I might just buy it for my own happiness.
I quite like what she ends up in as well.
What do you mean?
Like the outfit she ends up in, like the Victorian style,
the blue dress.
But it's what they're saying, like.
I mean, my own happiness, when I went to see Iron Man 3, I went with a full gear on. I just mean like for that purpose.
Wait, did you go and see Iron Man 3?
Dressed as Iron Man?
Yeah, I did, okay. I did. I had the mask.
Well, I did go to see Guardians 2 dressed as Batista, so.
I mean, life's a risk, okay.
Why the hell did you take your shoes off?
I still don't even have the 3rd one on DVD.
I love it, man. I watched it and I was like, oh my god, look at this. Like, it's new High School Musical songs. It was like a new album. I loved it so much. So let's talk about the songs before we go, because the songs are a big part, obviously, of the films. They are the centrepiece because it's what people listen to now. It's what we listen to. I listen to them on a weekly basis now.
Yeah.
Just as songs. It's not necessarily High School Musical songs. It's just songs I love. The first film, I want a yay or a nay if you like it or you dislike it. You ready? High School Musical 1. Start at something new.
Yeah.
Get your head in the game.
Yeah.
What I've been looking for.
Yeah.
Stick to the status quo.
Yeah.
When There Was Me and You.
Yeah.
Bop to the top.
Yeah.
Breaking Free.
Yeah.
We're all in this together.
Oh yeah.
I Can't Take My Eyes Off You, which is a
No.
bonus. I want you to do that if it's brilliant. Yeah. Number 2. What time is it?
Whoop.
Whoop,
Yeah.
whoop. Fabulous.
Yes.
Work this out.
Yes.
You Are the Music in Me.
Yeah.
I Didn't Dance.
Yes.
Yeah.
You Are the Music in Me Sharpay version.
Yes.
Got to Go My Own Way.
Yes.
Bet on it.
Yes.
Every Day.
Yes.
Yeah.
And All for One.
Yeah.
Love All for One. I think it's underrated. And the third one, Now or Never.
Yes.
My favourite one. Right Here, Right Now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I Want It All.
Yes.
I Want It All. Can I Have This Dance?
Yes.
A Night to Remember.
Yes.
Just Want to Be With You.
Yes.
The Boys Are Back.
Yes.
Walk Away.
What?
Don't know.
What's that?
No, no idea.
Perhaps.
Oh, is that Vanessa's sad one in that?
Must
one?
have been, yeah.
She has one in every film, yeah.
Scream.
Yes.
Literally Scream.
Sorry, you.
Senior Year Spring Musical.
Yes.
And then High School Musical itself.
Yes. Sorry,
Oh
you need
my
to edit
goodness.
that out.
Such a penetrative sound.
Why the hell did you take your shoes off?
So there you go. There's all 8 Harry Potter films covered.
Can we just talk about...
barely even talked about Voldemort. I was about to. Can we just talk about one final thing for
his death and how short
Deathly Hallows Part 2 is the hug.
Oh, yeah.
Between...
Draco.
What's the hug?
Draco and Voldemort, he just kind of one
he's
arm.
Like, yeah, and he's like...
No,
yeah,
no.
and
does
it's
a little squeeze.
It's Voldemort's laugh as well. Like, wait, I can't... It's like, wait... that kind of went.
Oh my god!
So that's what I'm saying.
That is the laugh.
I feel like we've not talked about Voldemort.
Yeah, okay, let's do it.
Can we talk about the disgusting mess that is Voldemort's death? Because Voldemort is supposed to die a mortal death, and then they gave him this fantastic...
This is for books to film.
It's like
because I could talk so long about this.
Stupid.
What?
I hate it.
It was just for IMAX. You could tell it was for the IMAX 3D like effect. But anyway, Ralph Fiennes was so good.
I think it's great. Yeah,
he was great.
Excellent.
Total, like historically one of the biggest movie villains ever.
Yeah. Voldemort
and like
is such an interesting character as well.
So yeah, Voldemort, Infamous and Voldemort.
Just excellent.
Just
well done for
all round. Well done.
making it such a memorable book to film kind of adaptation.
Yeah. Neville here went to not last year, earlier this year.
I went during the. When did I go?
Easter break.
Easter break.
Yeah.
I went to
Neville went to the Harry Potter studios.
I've been as well.
Yeah.
Well, go on then. Have you been?
No.
Well, tell us about your experience.
No.
I want to hear about it because don't spoil it. I know it's not much you can spoil, but like
it's just amazing.
It was magical.
Oh.
No, it was.
So happy.
So specifically this time.
Some vocal warm up.
Back into the room.
3, 2, 1, leave.
Especially this time because we. Oh gosh.
Claudia's just did a funny laugh. I don't know if I've listened or not. If I've taken it out, this is why we're laughing.
Oh, don't do that. I mean, when does he even laugh?
3 hours.
He's like dumb. He's like, because Harry's dead. He's like Harry and Harry. He's like.
It's when he's like doing the last spell to do the shield. He's like, It was in the trailer, but I don't think it was in the film.
Voldemort's like a plane. You have Formula 1 going past really fast.
Oh, Leanne, your laugh is my favourite.
I'm sorry.
Why the hell did you take your shoes off?
Yeah, that Curly Sue often makes some very interesting sounds, if you know what I'm saying. 2016 was the birth year of the Good Bit podcast. Then we started doing a few segments here and there, and we kind of brought them to life and brought them back and really went all out this past year in 2017, especially this one of my personal favourites that has the most creativity involved, not only from me but from all of you people who send in your questions. When every episode we get paid a visit from Postman Pat and we answer questions from the Good Bit mailbag.
Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat. Early in the morning, just as day is dawning, he picks up all the post bags in his van.
Hi, Good Bit. Currently in the queue at Thornton's, and can't decide what flavour of ice cream to get. So much selection. Vanilla, toffee fudge, mint choc chip. I wanted the Greg, but it's shut, so I'm having a tub. Or should I get a cone? Please reply soon, as I am nearly front of the queue. Some girls have joined the queue behind me now. Very nice, how much? Hope the show was good, and I'll report back later. Cheers, and that's from Max and Rob Royston.
Why did that sound like I'd written that?
Yeah. I have to understand. You know, you sent this in like last week, Max, and you've probably already had your ice cream. This isn't instant gratification. We're not going to reply to your tweets because it was an email you sent. So if you're in the queue at Thornton's,
I think we should still say what we would get.
oh, of course. I'm not saying we're not answering your question. Very good question.
But now you can, Max. Now you can go to the Thorntons and get what we would get.
And go 4 times and get each one we recommend.
one. Yeah.
When I go to Thornton's, I have a strict thing I have to order. It is a 2-scoop tub, 1 scoop of mint choc chip, 1 scoop of honeycomb caramel.
So I don't know specifically what Thorntons have. I
Yeah,
can't tell
I
you
know,
often.
It's pretty basic, but it's like good basic.
I could tell you what I'd get if I went to Nardini's.
Yeah, okay.
I
well,
don't think I've ever been to Thornton's.
I could tell you what I'd get if I went to the Pokey Hat.
What would you get?
Goodness sake.
Okay, let's just change the question.
stupid
So I'm sorry, Max, but we're changing your question. Not like I wrote it or anything. What flavour of ice cream would you get at a sort of cafe or something like that if you were in the queue?
I like
Nardini's.
Ferrero Rocher.
Okay, good one.
Ones and like Nutella ones. White chocolate's a good one.
There's a Kinder
Blue
one.
banana.
And when I go to Portugal, there's a Kinder one.
I love a
Kinder
Nardini's.
Bueno one.
I love
Kinder Bueno.
the dime ones.
Okay.
Excuse me.
So can we just talk?
I like the dime bar.
Very nice.
Because I love dime bars.
Kinder Bueno.
I like
No,
kind of
my
like
friend
coffee
Abby
kind
used
of
to
ice
always
cream
call
as
it
well.
Kinder Benienos. She couldn't say bueno, so she'd be like, I'll get a Kinder Benienos.
No, Denny's has got a great selection. I recommend going there.
I know.
Well, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of good stuff there.
Yeah.
What would you get you in an ice cream?
He said Kinder.
Kinder Bueno, I know no more.
Kinder Benienos.
Okay, very good. I love ice cream. Ice cream is my thing. I have a chalk ice every night after dinner.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's why you're so fat.
Look at the size of me. Look at the size
You
of
have
me.
a chalk ice every night.
After dinner, that's what I get, yeah.
Every night.
Look at my freezer.
Do you only get it if you eat all your dinner?
No, I didn't eat my pizza last night, so I was like, I'm going for a chalk ice.
You're such a wee boy.
I don't like as the pizzas, they're all greasy.
You're 20 years old.
Watery.
You have a
I
chalk
know.
ice every
And I
day.
watched High School
I want
Musical
a
3 last
chalk
night.
ice. It's really warm in here.
Chris, I literally had cola laces for my breakfast this morning. I was so skint and didn't have anything in the house.
I had a roll and fried egg and bacon.
Why the hell you dressed like a chicken?
Next question.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Next question.
Oh my god.
If you were able to be a sidekick for any superhero, who would it be? And that's from Rebecca from Perth.
None.
Why? You would just be the superhero. You wouldn't want. Because Robin is so gay.
What stupid fucking question, Becca?
Who's Rebecca? What a bitch.
And what a terrible name. I used to love that name. I love Rebecca.
I bet you she's a vegan.
Sorry, just to piss all over your question and life, but it was just.
We love you.
Derek in Edinburgh says, any funny stories from meeting celebrities or being at live concerts?
Well, many from being live concerts.
Go on then. You ever met a celebrity? Or?
I have. We all know this. I've met Ed Sheeran outside Greg's.
I didn't know that.
Did you not know that?
Are you kidding on?
I've never heard that, no.
Spoke about it plenty. Yeah. Like,
Did you really?
He's got a picture as
Got a
well.
picture.
I don't know this.
I met Greg outside. I met Greg outside Ed Sheeran's. I met Ed Sheeran outside Greg's. I was going to see him that night, and I was in town just during the day, and then went to Greg's just across the road to ABC where I've seen him.
Look at the shape of you. You've been to any concerts or met any celebrities soon?
I've been to a few concerts. Do you know, I remember that I met John Barrowman once.
My pal's got his name tattooed on his arse.
And it was at Children in Need.
I have seen that.
And I was handing him a cheque. And he was asking me a question or something, but I was just looking at his eyes, they're so blue. Wow.
John Barrowman, you're so beautiful, nobody deserves you.
Why the hell you dressed like a chicken?
Well, if you're doing that, next question. Favourite film where a female actress is top billed?
Ooh.
I think Wonder Woman is a huge step,
Yeah,
especially
Wonder
in such a male-dominated genre such as DC. Mine is Room, as Brie Larson won the Oscar that she deserved.
Oh, just any film.
Loved the podcast. Thanks. That's from Lucy in Edinburgh.
Hello, Lucy.
It means like gets a top billing and is the main character.
Kill Bill.
Oh, Kill
Great
Bill.
answer.
Oh, Kill Bill's like.
There you go. Perfect.
Oh, does Titanic count?
Sorry, what was the question again? I'm working on
Your favourite film where a female actress is the main star?
Oh.
So like Kill Bill or Room or whatever. There's a lot of good recent ones.
Oh,
like
I'm changing mine.
like-
Saving Mr. Banks.
Like Brooklyn and Cake was one that came out recently.
Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston.
Still Alice.
Yeah, good one. I think, to be honest, anything with Meryl Streep just sells my
Shout
soul.
out to Aaron Duncan.
Mamma Mia!
Like, I think Meryl Streep just controls life.
Oh! Florence Foster Jenkins. Did any of you see that?
Yeah.
No, but that's one of Aaron's favourite films ever.
Saving Mr. Banks.
That's very
Saving
good
Mr.
film.
Banks
Saving
is a
Mr.
lovely
Banks.
film.
Other ones that you could say, $1 Million Baby.
$1 Million Baby.
Is
that
that
could ruin your life,
Hilary
like, in a
Swank?
good way. Yeah, man.
I don't know, but it won the best picture in 2004.
Breaks your heart. Film.
Freedom Writers. That's got Hilary Swank in it.
Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs. Yeah, sound good film.
Pulp Fiction's here, but I wouldn't consider that.
Well, yeah, because she's badass.
Yeah, but Kill Bill's on this list too that I've searched. Requiem for a Dream.
Oh, actually, yeah, Kathy Bates in Misery. Slay my soul, woman.
Gone Girl. There's Alien. Ridley Scott.
Oh, Alien.
There's one.
Alien is very... Alien, actually. Alien, yeah.
Why the hell you dressed like a chicken?
Yeah.
It's just uncomfortable.
It'll be bloody brilliant. Next question. If you're in a situation where you were being talked to by a clown in a gutter, which celebrity would you bring for backup? Or would you just be like Georgie and go get your balloon?
Boat. The Rock.
Boat. Would you get your boat?
I'll go get a balloon. If you got a balloon, Georgie? I know what he says. There's a balloon down here.
Yeah, and his boat though. So his boat's
I love that scene actually. See when the boat's going down the water? I thought it was a really good scene.
Oh, do you know what pissed me off in the cinema as well? Is see when he bumps his... So you know how he runs? He ducks under one of the things, and then he bumps his head in the next one. Did you laugh? Did you... See... I didn't think that was funny, but then the audience were like, ah! And me and my mum were sitting there like...
Just get the Lego one.
Celebrity I'd bring, The Rock, my man.
That's a good one, yeah.
Excuse me. I literally just said The Rock.
Oh. I thought you meant go down to get a rock. Like,
No, you were like,
when she said it, that's what I thought she meant.
Because I said balloon and you went boat and you went The Rock. And I was like, what did he lose? Did he lose a rock? Did he
I would go back and get my rock.
Yeah, I agree with you,
No,
Claude.
I would take
I agree.
The Rock.
The Rock. Or some of my boy wrestlers. Yeah. I'd bring Zac Efron.
I was going to say Zach, yeah.
Yeah.
Danny Trejo.
Who? Is that
the guy that's you know their uncle in Spy Kids.
Oh, Machete.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Wait, yeah, because see in Spy Kids, is he not Machete? Sorry, this is a whole different thing. Is he not Machete,
it's
but
the
then
same
they make up
universe.
your R-rated...
No, his film was already...
Yeah.
Machete was already... I think Machete Kills
So it's like
was
a-
a sequel.
Yeah.
You know, the one that came out that had Lady Gaga in it and stuff. That was
Yeah,
after.
but
they're all part
Machete
of this-
wasn't before Spy Kids.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't before the first Spy Kids.
Thank
Okay,
you
no,
for
I
what-
don't know, but like they've made it part of the same.
Thank you for
universe.
listening to the very special Spy Kids episode.
Sorry.
Leanne, who would you bring?
Oh, I don't know.
John Boyega.
Or Boyega.
Yeah, John Boyega. He'd look after me.
Okay, Ewan's right, everyone.
Ewan's right, as per.
Yeah, I do love John Boyega. But
I've
wait,
been,
what was
I've
the
been
question?
about 20 feet from John Boyega.
I know. I've been about 20 feet from something.
Why the hell you dressed like a chicken?
Dick.
Dick.
Next question from Scott in Scotland.
You can't make these up.
Couldn't they write it? Who is the best player out of the panel of Mario Kart?
Me. Michelle.
Michelle. Well, the next question comes from from England. Hi, Michelle. I could beat you at Mario Kart.
Fight me, you wee bitch.
Okay. Next question. Simon from Des Moines, Iowa.
This podcast is worldwide.
Yeah, you're really reaching all corners of the earth with a good bit.
What are some of the good bits' favourite snacks? My favourite dinner is pizza with pineapple on it.
Oh, then you should be allowed pizza.
It's amazing. It's like these people can see into our group
I know.
chat.
It's like they
There's
just
a link.
know how to wind me up.
Oh, just
no, I only made up the bit about pineapple pizza. But what are some of the good bits' favourite snacks?
What, like
Snacks or meals?
food?
Like
Snacks is like I'm
well,
hungry.
pizza with pineapple's not a snack.
That's
I'm just joking.
Right, okay, so
I mean,
snacks.
Could be a
Snacks.
snack, absolutely.
Crisps, Pringles.
Like it's midnight, you're lying in bed, I'm
Oh,
starving.
do you know what I love? Potato scones.
Yeah.
At midnight?
That was a high five.
Yes.
High five.
I love potato scones too.
Chip and dip. Potato scones. I could live on potato scones
No.
only.
Lime and chutney, sensation poppadoms. They're up there.
Can I believe my eyes? Are these sensation poppadoms?
Take a picture of me so I know they're sensational.
But I love one of my favourite snacks, which is a really weird one. You know this, and it's weird. Cold mini sausage rolls.
Oh no, that's
Okay.
not yes.
It's
What
weird.
about cold Chinese?
There's
leftover.
Oh, like,
Do you know what
leftovers,
I
yeah.
love is
cereal.
Peace and
Oh,
crisps.
cereal.
A piece and crisps.
It's those
I love cereal.
Peace crisp.
you know those little chocolate
Yep.
chocolate crepes you can get in like Tesco.
Yes.
Those are I love them so much. Claudia went to Costco, got me a bulk pack of them, and I ate them all in a week.
I love them.
I like snacking on Rainbow Drops.
No,
I like
that's it.
I like popcorn. I like ginger. Just give me bags of
Just
coffee or
any
sweet
crisps,
popcorn.
to be honest.
Bacon rashers.
Any crisps.
I think the most underrated snack of all time is a wee fudgy wudgy.
Oh no, that's not under. Oh,
Can be a fudge.
Tunnocks caramel.
Can we take after this podcast? We're going to take a trip to the shop and get some snacks.
Why the hell you dressed like a chicken?
Thank you so much to everybody who sent in a question in 2017, but get your questions at the ready to be posted with first class stamps, as we will be going to the post box very often in 2018. But this is the Good Bit Podcast, and it is the Young Actors Podcast about movies and wrestling. And my favourite moniker that I always say about the Good Bit is make sure that you enjoy your life, enjoy the episode, enjoy the time you spend listening to our show. It's all about love, it's all about enjoyment, it's all about fun. Apart from one particular segment every single episode, when we take a visit to the Misery Corner. So first up, this question comes from Jessica in Belfast. Can we please have a return of Ewan's Misery Corner?
Oh! Aye. Yeah. They're out.
If you want, back in the day,
What's this?
in the earlier episodes of the show, Ewan had a segment called Ewan's Misery Corner, and for 5 minutes, he'd bitch about everything that was going on in his life.
Oh my gosh, I'd like that.
It was mainly DNA at the time, but you couldn't really say it. But it was
What do you mean? DNA was outstanding.
So, Ewan, can we have one just now, or
Yeah.
I can give you time to prepare if you want.
Let me make some notes.
Okay, we'll come back to you.
2 hours later.
A bit of Pink Floyd, a bit of
Yeah.
Led Zepp. We can talk about the times, the transition of music.
And
like
genres and stuff like that.
That's fantastic.
Okay, and finally here on the show today, it is the return. Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
It is the return of Ewan's Misery Corner.
Welcome back to Ewan's Misery Corner. It's been a wee while, I think.
It has been a minute, hasn't it?
It's been, it must have been a lot of episodes.
I think it's about over a year ago.
Like, the last time I physically remember doing it was Jungle Book.
Right, I put a separate clip of it on YouTube, and it was, let's check,
I think it must have been...
from the 22nd of April 2016.
Over a year
ago. So a lot of miseries happened since then.
But I think I've just got into the habit of complaining anyway without being in the Misery Corner.
Instead of saving it for the show.
So right now, well, college is a bit hectic. I'm doing a show out with college.
Why?
And we're going to take it to London for
fantastic.
Thanks.
That's not misery.
Exciting.
No, but everyone in the cast is like, oh my god, like we're gonna get bombed, and
wow, okay.
I'm like, I've legit not even thought about that. Like, not that I haven't thought about what's going on, because it's terrible. I was watching that Ariana Grande concert, I was crying.
Oh my gosh, emotional.
I was like,
see, bloody Coldplay, they just really
exactly that.
Get
out my face the now.
And welcome back. Yes, fine. Don't Yep. So back in Ewan's Misery Corner, I think what I'm most miserable about this week is I have no money. Legit zero. Absolutely nothing.
Literally nothing in your bank.
Literally,
not even a pee.
Literally no peas. It says no.
What's wrong with you? Why don't you make
don't
sure
know.
there's some money left aside
You
to
should
buy
not
chalk
quit your
cases or
job.
whatever?
You should not have quit your job.
Yeah, I know, but
I go back Sundays.
But then again, 2 rands left, so I went.
Oh,
I know.
Now that's in the misery corner.
That's also in the misery corner. 2 rand has left the building. Yeah, so if I went back, I wouldn't be on with 2 rand on a Sunday like it normally was. It wouldn't be me, 2 rand in the shop, and then robbing the driver, going about.
Why would you rob the driver?
Robin.
I thought you said you and Turan robbed the driver.
Robbing the driver.
No, don't rob the driver.
You rob that bitch.
No, of course not. Although, considering what he gets paid, it's kind of like daylight robbery. But that's the difference, don't worry.
But I digress.
But yeah, so so I can't. I could go back to work, but I would prefer not to, so I have more time to do work at the weekends.
Yeah. I don't understand how people have time for jobs.
Yeah.
I've got too much to do.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
Never worked a day in your life, Chris.
Never. Well, that's untrue.
No, he built a house.
I built a house last summer and knocked one down.
So you did?
Yeah. So I'm good with my hands. I'm good with my hands. All on that, nothing else. Yeah.
Sorry.
Nothing else. But all on that, nothing else. No.
Yeah, I don't.
No pennies.
Yeah.
No dollar.
I mean, I don't have that problem. That's one.
And
nice thing.
the thing is, I won't get money for another week.
So can I ask you a question, right? Don't take this personally, right? But so see at the start of the year, you get SAS, don't you?
Yep.
So at the start of the year, you get double payment.
Yep.
So that's
like
like
a
that's
week
like
later.
700 quid.
Yep.
Where is that?
And then like a week later you get another payment.
Do you pay rent at home?
Yep.
How much?
I pay rent as well.
100 quid.
You should still have lots of money saved.
100 quid a month.
Did you go out so much that you've spent your money?
No, but I bought lots of shoes.
Okay, cool. I did buy shoes.
And I
bought
bought a lot of clothes. And I should have listened to shout out to Sophie McLean. She told me not to.
Shout out to Sophie.
But I did. I wanted to buy more, but she wouldn't let me.
Yeah. Well, I
Get out my face the now.
have a shopping list here.
Shopping list.
I need a new belt. I don't anymore.
This is not.
I need new
Chris's
sunglasses.
Mystery Corner.
I'm sorry.
That's next week.
Yeah. So yeah, I've just been stressing about
week,
that. Stressing about that.
That's okay.
I'm not hating anyone. Oh.
Yeah, you are. Come on.
Oh, I'll tell you something that happened to me. Right?
Please tell.
Go on.
You can tell it, and if you don't want it, then I can take it out.
No, I'm going to have it in because basically I don't go there anymore. But a drama group that I used to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that I came down to London with.
Right.
This is a story about London trip actually.
Oh, right.
So I'm friends with them all, but I've not been since starting second year of college really. And then they needed my help. The woman asked me to come back. I was like, yes, I'll come back. I'll do this show. There was 2 shows here and then 1 show in London. So 8 of us doing this show went down to London. The youngest, I was the oldest. I was 19. Right, out of the cast, I was the oldest. And then the youngest was 13.
I was the oldest in London.
You were supervising them.
But well, I had to be. They expected me to do that, and I was like, like I'm 19. I was sharing a room with like a 14-year-old, a 16-year-old, and a 13-year-old, and I was like, it doesn't bother me. If it doesn't bother them, then it's okay. It's only for sleeping and like.
Yeah.
There was this boy, the 13-year-old, and I know he's 13. And 13-year-olds are annoying. But he was like, I was like, you're not serious right now, are you? We're just some things he would say, and just the way he was when we were out, like so unaware of what was going on around him, like just walking into people in London. And I was like, I know that happens, but like standing on people's feet, like just being so unconscious of what he was doing and how he was affecting everyone else around him. And so I would just take the piss with him all the time, like, you're on thin ice, boy. But they would laugh and we would all laugh because and then I'm pals with his sister, or I used to be pals with his sister. She wasn't on the trip, but I came back from London, got a message. I wish to know how you think. I wish to know why you wanted to traumatise a 13-year-old.
What?
I was like,
no.
I was like, honestly, bro, I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. And then she kept going on about, I've shown your family and your sister nothing but respect. You're meant to be our friends. I was like, what? I don't know. Can you tell me what I've said that's traumatised them? It's like, I was like, no, well, I'm asking you, so I don't know. I was like, are you being for real? Like, she's one of those people that it's never, ever gonna be her fault for anything.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm late, it's not my fault. Oh, why are you, like, one time I got an acting job, or I got put up for an acting job, but she didn't. Because she hadn't been there. And then she was like, "You're the favourite, why do you get that?" I was like, "Well, I'm the favourite because I'm here all the time, and I'm the best."
Get out my face the now.
Hello everybody, welcome to my Misery Corner. My name's Ewan, and we were just here a minute ago, so it's fine.
Yeah. Welcome back.
So,
what's been going on, Ewan? Talk to us.
I'm just, right now, there's nothing too bad going on, really. I suppose the main thing I would talk about is just the stress of essays.
Okay. That's an interesting topic.
At the moment, yeah. We have Ian here, so you're the deliverer of the essay work.
Are you writing an essay just now?
So are you, though, aren't you?
I'm going to say, you can...
So you
know the pain.
I know the pain.
Yeah.
I know the pain all too well, man.
I know.
My life is gotta get back on this planet, man.
Do you know?
I am sick of the sight of looking at words.
Yeah. You started yours though. You nearly finished yours.
Oh God, my deadline's the end of the week, man. You know.
What are you doing having us over here for?
You've got. You know, I've been doing my essay for weeks.
Yeah.
Days, nights, sleepless nights.
Do you know that way though? It's just the thought of starting it, but once I get started,
yeah, it's fine.
Oh,
yeah,
we're on board.
Hopefully,
my thing is that I can't. You know, it's like all other aspects of my life have numbed. I've even started going on an exercise bike. I mean, I think that's why I'm watching that Pish Bitten.
Yeah.
It's because I just need to.
You start to do the essay.
Yeah. I've been watching the new Star Trek series as well.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I've not watched it yet.
Which is okay.
Let's get the girl for The Walking Dead in it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
you
said.
You know, once you do this essay, you actually get it written.
Yeah.
You'll have, you know, assuming that it's okay, you'll have letters after your name.
Yeah.
You know, you'll be Ewan, whatever the fuck your name is, BA.
BA, yeah.
And
I've never thought about that.
Given the fact that you're going to be clever and everything, you know, what can I do? You know, I'm an older man. I've been in a relationship for a while.
Yeah.
And, I mean, what do you do to keep the magic alive?
In relationships?
It's been 25 years.
I mean, I'm probably not the best person to come to for relationship
Do I
advice.
try dressing up? Do I try role play? What?
Do I try dressing up as the Hulk?
Do you know, I just...
Anyway.
I don't know, Ian. I think... You should talk it out.
You're a shite agony, Anne.
No, but you need to...
I don't know, Ian.
You need to...
It's the shitest agony aunt I've ever had in my life.
Right, well... Okay, so you want to keep it young and fresh. Just dress up, role play, do that.
You're not going to get the body as Chris Hemsworth, do that. Or go as the Hulk. Or the Anvil.
Okay. I'll go as the Anvil. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
How will Amanda take that, you dressing up as the Hulk?
I don't know, we'll have to see.
I'll
get back to it.
Get out my face the now.
Oh, so much misery. I love it. It's nice to get a nice little break sometimes from all the joy and all the fun. But right back to joy and fun, especially for me here in the final part of our best of compilation of 2017. We're about to go back and listen to my favourite clips from me and the boys talking about the wrestling business. That's right. Myself, Jack Boy Chicken Gordo, Fraser Poon and Mason with no nickname got together 3 times in 2017. It will happen very, very more frequently in 2018, but we managed to get together 3 times in 2017 as we talked about some current shows, some old shows, and the general consensus of what we feel as wrestling fans in 2017. And one of my favourite episodes was episode number 25, when we covered WCW's Sold Out pay-per-view from 2000, where Billy Kidman had to wrestle 3 matches in the one night. His opening match was a catch-as-catch-can match, a professional wrestling classic against Dean Malenko.
You just made the list!
Going to the first match, Billy Kidman versus Dean Malenko. Now what they're doing is they're saying that Triple Threat Theatre is what it's called. So Billy Kidman is going to have to wrestle 3 matches tonight. And the first one he's going to have to wrestle, the technician, the shooter, the man of 1,000 holds, Dean Malenko. This match is going to be classic. It's going to be so classic. We are going to call this match a catch-as-catch-can match.
Dean Malenko.
So Malenko Kidman, I'm thinking, right, obviously, like, I've seen this show before and stuff. Now, it's a catch-as-catch-can match. I just thought they were calling it that just, because they're both good wrestlers, right? But turns out it's got rules.
Oh,
right?
is it?
You're not allowed to leave the ring.
Right.
Were we told this?
Nope.
No.
Yes, we were.
Were we?
After the match finished.
Oh, right, okay, fair enough.
So,
I know, wait,
I know, because that was a lot.
See, so competitor must get pinned, submitted, or not leave the ring.
Okay.
But it was so...
Fair point.
Blew over.
We're the audience, we know that now.
Yeah.
The wrestlers didn't.
Yeah.
So Billy Kidman starts taking Malenko in the corner, and Malenko's like, okay, he's getting the heat, whatever. And another heat thing to do is, to go on the ropes and then to complain to the ref and stuff. And another one that's commonly used by heels is to leave the ring.
Yeah.
Malenko was just doing his job. He was just being a good heel.
Yeah.
Leaves the ring, match is over.
So do you think that was a botch?
Yes, it was.
Yes.
I looked it up.
Huge
Was
watch.
it? I think they were just trying, because they were like, oh, he's got 3 matches, we'll try and save him a bit.
I understand
Which I
that.
thought was
Yeah.
stupid, because I was like, you want the first match to be
To be a big one.
Yeah.
to
So they
get
should have
him
put the
beat
Saturn
down.
match on first then.
Right, and then the second one, maybe like something like that.
Yeah,
but like,
makes sense.
I was flabbergasted.
I didn't think it was a botch, but
I
if you thought it was
I've
worse,
wrote,
then
I've wrote in these notes, don't even know if it's a botch or not. What was the point in the match? Seriously, why? Great start.
I wrote down here, no idea if this was planned, what the fuck. And then I searched it, and it says on Wikipedia that Malenko genuinely didn't know that he couldn't get the ring.
why not tell them like
But see, this is the thing, right? So see, this at the start there was good grappling, there was some
Yeah,
kind of
Dean
sharp
Malenko,
moves, and
yeah.
I'm thinking
Dean
this
Malenko was
looks
brilliant.
cool.
That's why I was like, oh, this is going to be good. And then
This
it was
looks
just
great.
over in like 2 or 3
2 minutes, 2.5 minutes.
He rolls out the
It was
ring,
ridiculous.
and you can tell he's got no clue. He's got no clue.
But the thing that
Because he goes back in.
The thing that gives it away, he goes back in,
Yeah.
and then the ref goes, right, and he hears something in his earpiece.
Yeah.
Ring a bell.
Yeah.
That's it.
I know, because they didn't say like as soon as he left the ring, they waited until he came back and were
Yeah.
like, alright, no,
Ring
that's
the
it.
bell.
Another thing he
It's like,
gives
what?
away is when Billy Kidman's walking back up the ramp, he's walking, shaking his head, so disappointed, because he knows that would have been a good match.
And he knows that Malenko probably didn't mean
It
it.
doesn't mean it, but he knows that he's going to do it, and he's walking up shaking his head.
And the reason I think this is genuinely like it is, a mistake, is because if the match was planned to be just over 2 minutes, then in the 2 minutes they would have done something.
Big.
They'd done the start of a match.
Aye.
Lockups, wrist locks, things like that. They would have done a spot off the top rope or something
Yeah.
to get the crowd going.
Yeah.
I'm sure they were planning to get the crowd going, but
Yeah.
it's just kind of...
Yeah, I was disappointed with this because I know how good Dean Malenko is, and I thought I wrote down waste of Malenko.
Yeah, man.
Just because I thought he could actually have made that match kind of good.
Aye.
Obviously, if he watched it, then fair enough. Maybe he didn't get told, or maybe he forgot it's easy to do, but it was disappointing.
Then,
First disappointment of the show.
yeah.
First of many.
You just made the list!
Right, well tell me, I'm actually interested in this because I don't actually know, other than maybe Fraser here, Poon here. But I want to know how you all got into wrestling and became fans and stuff when you were younger, or if it was more recent or whatever. Mason, tell me. Mason with no name.
I can't quite remember.
Was it a young thing?
It was young. I started watching it when I was very young, stopped and then started again.
Right.
But
That happened to a lot of people, I think.
Yeah, I think my earliest memory was because I used to always take my dad's on weekends,
Right.
which was SmackDown.
Nice.
So I think I would always stay up and watch SmackDown. Never live Raw, but it was always...
Aye.
Well, it wasn't live SmackDown, but it was always when it was
Yeah.
aired. And so I always preferred SmackDown.
What year was that? Like,
Well, that was
04, 05?
That was back Eddie. And
Aye,
Batista.
05 sort of time.
I think I was right after Eddie had died.
Aye.
No, it's and then I stopped watching it, I think, getting into high school. And then up until, I think, 6th year. Because my friend Callum, who basically got me back into wrestling and MMA and UFC, was talking to me about it, and I didn't really still watched it, so
Nice.
through him, got back into watching it, and then that was it, and this is now.
Yeah, what about you? What about you, Jack Boy?
Well,
Chicken Gordo.
Chicken Gordo.
Do it to be cut thing. You need to
So every time you ask me a question, I go.
Aye, what about you, Jack Boy?
I was one of those kids growing up where I'd watch the highlight show on a Sunday morning. Sky
Nice,
One.
love it.
You know, you didn't have enough money to get the
that
Sky
the-
Sports.
is that the one with the yellow background?
Aye, and it does like about 45 minutes
Yeah.
worth of interviews.
Aye.
And you get one match, you're like,
Aye.
oh,
It's
there's
like-
wrestling this week, you know. You miss like 2 hours of content, but you're alright, you kind of get the gist.
Aye.
And then I remember one day, me and my brother pretty much, not bullied my mum into buying Sky Sports,
Aye.
but we bullied her into getting Sky Sports. And just, I don't know why, but at that moment, SmackDown was on. And I remember, like, I think it was Kane versus Rey Mysterio way back then.
and I was like, oh, this is different. You know, and it just felt so much.
I've never
more. It was
seen
like,
it before.
I've never seen this. This is a live action, even though I was forgetting it was Saturday morning still. Do you know what I mean? It was still a repeat, but to me it was like, wow.
That's
you
what
know,
isn't it? Like,
and then that's when I kind of got into it. And then I remember I got a trampoline, and I think that's when I really started getting it, because you kind of like you start going out and like, I fancy a wrestling match today. Yeah. You text your
get
mates
that
like,
feeling.
oh, I come down to mine's.
I once
I want to wrestle.
went to a wrestling.
I want to wrestle. Oh, I feel like a wrestler.
Came over and hold it a few
But I
times.
used to have a mate. I still have this mate. He's about. You've heard him before. But you haven't. Chris and Mason have. This guy's about 18, 19 stone at least. Big Cammy. And we used to wrestle. Now, Big Cammy was still big when we were like 13, 14. But we would like powerbomb each other and everything else. It was crazy.
I've got an episode we could do.
We used to do older guys coming over to wrestlers and that. A bit strange.
Yeah.
Very
as you say,
especially the wet days.
As you say. not untypical in a green household.
Right, come on now.
And we had to do it indoors.
On the bed. Strange.
I once went to a wrestling birthday party. We're in his room, an inflate, like a bouncy castle inflated wrestling thing, and it was like wrestling themed.
In his room.
In his room.
What the hell?
It was a
Who is
massive.
this pal?
It was a massive room.
So I went to Donald Trump's house, right, and his kids was having this WWE birthday party.
I called him Big. Doesn't matter.
Big D.
Well, he was on WrestleMania, Donald Trump, so.
He was, yeah.
Pudding.
Aye, so I didn't really watch it as a kid because I wasn't allowed. But I had like all the figures in like SmackDown vs Raw 2006, but then I was just like, cause like I didn't watch it, I just was like, there's no point in still liking it. So, and then it was 2010ish. I think my dad got Sky,
Right.
and then I was like the next morning I like went on. I think it was like WWE Experience or something like that. And I was like, yeah, this is class. And I just like kept watching it like secretly, because I was like, I don't want to tell anybody I like this.
Well, that was the thing though. Like you didn't want to tell folk.
Yeah, I know.
And then
weird.
yeah, so I was like watching that for like a good month and that, and then I was talking to like the other friends. I was like, oh, I've been watching this. And he was like, alright, I'll see what's going on. And then I started watching like the actual shows.
Mm-hmm.
And then one thing led to another, and then I wrestling.
I distinctly
and then we did
remember
this whole click thing.
Yeah, I
With
remember
being wrestling fans.
Grant. Shout out to Grant, good old friend of mine. Told me that the two Frasers like wrestling as well. We need to tell them. Because it was him and another Fraser, and I was like, oh well, aye, sure, but I was very protective because if you liked wrestling back then, you were gay.
Ah, you were right.
And it was the worst. and then I distinctly remember walking out the back gates to go for lunch, and Pudding to my right here, just did this to Grant. He did the CM Punk. He went like that to Grant, and I was like, oh, maybe he's no as gay as I thought he was. So, oh, maybe he's gay as well. So, because that's such a legit argument.
Back high school when being gay was bad.
Back
Yeah, exactly.
you liked wrestling well you were gay.
You just made the list!
Match number 6. It is part number 2 of Triple Threat Theatre, which is really hard to say. I don't know why they've made it. It is a bunkhouse brawl.
Fuck is that?
Billy Kidman versus Perry Saturn in a much longer match than expected.
I have quoted the commentators here, and it's possibly my favourite quote that's ever been said in a wrestling show. And they're obviously talking about Billy Kidman because this is his second match and he's got one more. And he said he's going to need that cardiovascular condition instead of just saying cardio.
Oh, and he's got another match coming up.
He's going to need that cardiovascular conditioning. I was like,
that's great.
Me. Someone that's told him to say that.
Yeah.
He's probably had that like, oh for fuck's sake.
Yeah, you know, guys. Good point. There's no explanation for what a bunkhouse brawl is. I wonder if they're going to.
I think it was just like Extreme Rules one time.
I wonder if they're scared to leave the ring. Because that's what happened last time. I bet I know, actually. Right, Fraser, what do you think of this match?
So my notes were, I thought it was too slow. They had a nice table spot when Kidman was lifted over the top rope.
Awesome spot.
Through it. But I said, could have went very badly wrong though.
His head
very dangerous.
nearly clipped that apron.
I could have been like Shawn Michaels, but to the to the head. It could have been bad. I don't know why they done it, to be fair.
I've always really liked
cool,
Billy Kidman, and I think this is why. Because when I was a boy, that I had this video and stuff.
It was weird. I was watching Perry Saturn, and I thought, well, he's pretty good. Not in this match, but it was a classic Cena win, wasn't it? This match.
Yeah.
Because Kidman got dude.
And then he won
the entire match. It's like he did one finisher and pinned Saturn.
Well, I heard here that Kidman had no charisma during his entrance. Came out like he was hating himself. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, after that first match, he must have been raging.
Raging, yeah.
Oh, I hate this
The
wrestler.
problem with the Kidman matches, there was no story.
What's a bunkhouse brawl?
Yeah,
it was like a
Extreme Rules, Falls Count Anywhere, anything goes.
Yeah, they used to do this
thing.
There was a pay-per-view back in the early 90s with WCW called the Bunkhouse Stampede, and I'm sure they had a bunkhouse brawl then, and the matches was clear then. But this is later on. I don't remember the last time I saw a bunkhouse brawl. I'm assuming it's going to be if it's called that, it's going to be some sort of no DQ thing.
Yeah.
But there was pins on the outside which I didn't know were allowed. I'm actually going to disagree with you though, because I actually really enjoyed this match.
Oh, I didn't say I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
I've not got many notes that say it's bad. I've got really good table spot.
Yep.
I thought
just too
was it Perry? Perry Saturn. I think he controls the match pretty well.
I think he's a good ring general.
And he showed some good spot. There was a bit where Kidman's on the side of the ring and Saturn goes up and bounces off the ropes. I thought he was going to come back clothesline.
Yeah.
Doesn't he? Just goes off of the ropes.
He just jumped at him.
Yeah, it just looked. It looked like that was crazy.
It's like something that Ambrose would do these days.
You just made the list!
And I went, excuse me. Now, if you don't know Viper, she's a bigger lady.
Yeah.
She is a big busty lady, and I
They
thought
can move, man.
She took some heavy bumps as well. Really heavy bumps. Like we look at the kind of big women of wrestling, Karma, Nia Jax.
Oh, no,
I would really see them taking a huge bump.
Nia Jax never does it.
Please don't talk about Nia Jax.
Nia Jax has got better.
She has got
a lot better.
Believe it when I see it, man.
She needs to stop smiling.
Yeah.
She's a heel, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll believe it when I see it. She is fucking. What's Nia Jax again?
Big one.
Used to be the model.
Aye.
Yeah.
Aye.
I'm not like most girls.
Oh, she's.
I think she's alright.
Shite.
I think, like you say, if she stopped smiling and she became more like Karma was before she
was
left.
absolutely awful. She can't.
And she could be brilliant. She could be a force. She could be the woman version of Braun Strowman.
There you go.
But because she keeps smiling and look at me, I want to be a diva, doesn't work.
I'm a red flag.
Putting her hair in pleats for Survivor Series. What the fuck was that?
She can't wrestle.
She looked like an overweight 14-year-old girl trying to fit in with the cool kids.
It doesn't make a
what
difference
the fuck are you
whether
doing?
she smells or not, because frankly she can't fucking wrestle. She's slow, she's clumsy, she just fucks every match, and she's frankly boring to watch.
And you know what? Some people would put that down to the fact that she's bigger. But no, because Viper was fucking brilliant.
Yeah,
Viper took some heavy fucking bumps.
She's not shit because she's big. I mean, she's big and happens to be shit at the same
See
time.
when Viper walked out, all the fans clapped, man. Thank you very much.
Karma was fucking amazing.
Yes, she was.
She was bigger.
So yeah, good match. Like I said, I wasn't too focused on it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
It was back for the interval and stuff.
I didn't feel like the girls gave enough character in the match.
Right. Okay.
Maybe because I didn't see the entrances or something like that.
And it's all new to you, you know what I mean? I think Kaylee Ray is fucking brilliant.
The one with the red hair.
Aye.
She was good.
I think she's great.
She was good, and she kind of looked to me as if she'll go on to bigger things, not better things, but bigger.
She wasn't WWE and she went out in the first round. I was raging, but
yeah, again, three really talented women stepping into a steel cage, and you know what? Stepping into a steel cage, and everyone was like, "Yeah, cool." Whereas see, that was WWE. This is huge. This is massive.
But that's why it's more. And then did you notice at the end when BT
I was about to say
and
that.
Casey were in the ring, it was one more time for your new champions.
They made that. They made the women's belt
as big
as the unified championship.
Yeah. Brilliant.
And they didn't say, applause for the male champion, women's champion, applause for your champions, and they both stood
and they held the belts up
at the same time.
You just made the list!
Nearly finished. Match number 10, the finale of Triple Threat Theatre. Billy Kidman versus Shane Douglas's surprise entrance. Now this was built up, right? That Billy Kidman's going to wrestle a mystery opponent.
Oh my.
Is someone coming from the WWE?
I don't believe it.
Is someone coming from New Japan?
Surely not.
Is someone coming from ECW? No. Billy Kidman is wrestling The Wall.
Bring on the wall.
Bring on the wall.
Can I read out everything I've wrote for this match?
Yeah, go on.
It's like 2 sentences. Kidman's third match. The fuck? Hell in a Cell. The Wall. He looks like he's from the fucking Matrix.
It's just a hell in a cell.
No, I just wrote
Oh my
so
god!
many,
Even used the cell. It wasn't even a hell in a cell because there was no reason for it.
There was no reason
for it. We're going to put a cell around the cage, the ring, not use it. The match will last 10 seconds and the wall will.
The match was a few minutes long.
I just wrote so many strange gimmicks because the wall just comes out in a suit for
The
some.
Wall?
Yeah. Oh, no, because that was
Who's
because
the
he was
wall?
someone's bodyguard.
Yeah, no, but what are these bloody
Corporate
gimp.
Kane definitely took his head.
Corporate
off.
Kane.
Fucking
Corporate-
Kane went, the wall looks fucking class.
I'm gonna wear my business trousers.
Yeah, I fucking hate it when people don't come out in wrestling gear.
Yeah.
And don't wrestle in wrestling
Yeah.
gear. And he's the fucking
David Flair came out with a Halloween Havoc t-shirt.
I had his suit on with like tape round his fists.
Yeah.
Dean Ambrose is on the threshold of
Yeah.
please.
The wall, man. I remember this one quite vividly from my childhood. It is a caged heat match, guys. It's fellas. It's not a Hell in a Cell.
Caged heat.
Caged heat. No, no, it's like if TNA the now was to go. We're going to have a Chamber of Eliminations match, and it's a big cell with 4 pods. It was like that, like
with an Indian match.
Aye.
Not like the Punjabi match. Not like you watch.
Hilarious.
TLC furniture match.
Just written. Just a shite Hell in a Cell. Why is it there anyway? And why throw it away? If we're gonna have a Hell in a Cell, do it
That
right.
was pointless.
What
He's done
the
all
hell?
this build up with the 2 matches before. Oh, it was done great. He's won these 2 matches, even though the first was shite, the second one took too long. But oh, he's done brilliant. So the third one we're going to have, right? We're going to make this worse than ever. We're going to have this
Hell in
guy
a
with
Cell.
no gimmick come out and a Hell in a Cell that's not being used.
The War. What the hell?
Whoa.
Right.
You just made the list!
But then again, like, there's no time limit on the matches.
Yeah.
That's what I like, you know.
I'd rather go and see an ICW show or any other Scottish promotion than go and see a house show.
But that's what I was saying to you earlier. I went to that one back in, I don't know, 2008.
You told me about this.
Yeah,
This is
about
brilliant.
MVP. And I'm pretty sure that the show was called SmackDown vs Raw. Positive that's what the show was called.
Right.
That was the game as well.
Right? Yeah, but I think that's why they done it, to promote the game as well. Anyway, MVP's out, right? MVP, I didn't really care about the time, but these guys at the back, go out the back's going, MVP, and then all I say was going, you suck dick. Right, I don't know why I done American there, because it was in Glasgow. So it was like, MVP, you suck dick, right? And I'm like, oh wow, this is class. And my mother is going off her head. This is shocking. You know, that's
MVP, you're a fud.
right. I there all day, you know, this like slagging MVP, right? And my mum's like, stop that. You know, my mum was hating it, and I'm like, no, it's a part of the show.
Yeah.
But then as soon as Batista got out,
Oh
I
dear.
was mother was all up and oh, who's that? You know. And I remember all these guys are trying to like touch Batista, and I'm standing there like, why you trying to touch him, man? It's a bit strange, but it was that kind of surreal kind of thing of like watching it live is a whole different story, you know. But
It's weird, isn't it?
aye, you just kind of stand there and kind of in awe sometimes, you know. But I kind of start laughing at that MVP thing. MVP, you suck dick. My mother
I never liked MVP.
Nah, I'd like to see him come back.
I
But
think,
a
I think
different
they need,
role.
I think they need
Is he still
some
on
new
TNA?
names. So
We were at TNA when he was announced as the manager. Wasn't
yeah, we went
Yeah.
to a TNA
That
show
was-
and it was a TV tape, and it was like there's going to be a reveal, the new general manager.
Yeah.
And then I'd read on Twitter like it's going to be MVP.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was a piss take and stuff. So I'm going MVP, you know. And then it was like the wee clock thing. You know, his theme song was.
Aye.
And I was like, S as well.
I
And then
really
MVP
liked his
came out.
entrance. I loved his entrance.
And the big blow up inflatable thing.
Oh, best thing going. Then the mouse kind of tried to take it, and I was
I'm
like,
coming.
Who was the pirate? Paul
Burchill.
Burchill.
There's an
Love that.
obscure one.
Loved that.
He came
obscure.
down.
Oh,
And then he
amazing.
came down. That was his
Amazing.
entrance.
Best thing about him was his entrance.
Exactly.
A lot,
He
a
was
lot
like a
of people
wrestler.
was like Paul London. His entrance was class.
But those were entrances back in the day.
I know.
They're so
It is
different
Paul
now.
London.
Aye. Best entrance now is
Finn Balor.
Finn and Nakamura.
Nakamura's is something different.
Because
now.
of the best wrestlers as well.
Yeah.
You just made the list!
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 2017 is in the books, and boom, out of sight. For what it was, an amazing year for the Good Bit podcast. And as we move on with big things popping and little things indeed stopping, going into 2018, I hope everybody had a very Merry Christmas and has a very safe New Year. Thank you to everybody who downloaded and listened and streamed and shared and liked and done anything about an episode of The Good Bit in 2017. And please continue to help support the show and help the show grow as we approach 2018. And you can do so by sharing it with a friend, telling it word of mouth, sharing links all over the place on your Facebook and Twitters and stuff like that. And speaking of those social media outlets, you can get The Good Bit on Twitter, at The Good Bit Pod. Myself personally, I'm at CM42TV on Twitter, and of course CM42TV on YouTube as well, by the way, for exclusive YouTube video content from not only me but from the other guys on the Good Bit podcast as we progress into 2018. A lot more stuff like that is going to be coming, and I'll keep you posted about that. There's of course Facebook.com/The Good Bit Podcast, and we are The Good Bit Pod on Instagram. So many more outlets being revealed in the new year, so stay tuned for that. And until next time, my name is Chris Moffat. This has been The Good Bit's Best Bits of 2017. Recognize.
thousand